Hey guys, welcome back to Pawpaw Storytime. It's Sunday afternoon. We usually do it's a little earlier today. I'm still waiting to find out if we're going to run up to the Renaissance Festival or not. So we're going to get started here, and we're going to be opening with here I put some notes on the front of my book. Have them read the description to you this week and especially next week. I need to put that probably over here. And then we're still doing the drawing, but I didn't put all the ways to earn entries in the description because it was taking up too much room, so it'll be in the comments from now until my birthday in October. I'll just put that right here too. I'll just remind everybody of that. And we're going to read from a Child's Garden of Verses. This first, I don't know if it's the first, but my first reading. It's a Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson. Young Night Thought. All night long and every night, when my mama puts out the light, I see the people marching by, as plain as day before my eye. Armies and emperors and kings, all carrying different kinds of things, and marching in so grand a way, you never saw the like by day. So fine a show was never seen at the great circus on the green, for every kind of beast and man is marching in that caravan. At first they move a little slow, but still the faster on they go, and still beside them close I keep, until we reach that town of sleep. It's not really a picture, but there's a little one right there. And we're going to put the bookmark in here, and we'll read this one next week. Nope, not next week. Got a special episode next week, so this will be the week after. Let's stick that right in there. This week, our main story is how to fix the smile of a crocodile. It's an ocean-wide hunt for kindness, written by Rebecca Curran. This is one of the Mommer books that we got for Christmas. Barry, the Australian saltwater crocodile, was grumpy today. "What's wrong, Barry?" said his friend Cleo. "An Egyptian plover bird? You don't look so well." "My tooth hurts," moaned the sad crocodile. "I can't sleep or eat." "Oh, that's terrible," said Cleo. Barry sighed. "Yes, it won't go away. I feel downright miserable." "I can help you," squealed Cleo. "I can make your pain disappear." Barry studied his friend's sighs. "That's kind of you, but you're only a little bird. You can't possibly help me. The ocean is full of the most amazing and talented creatures. I'm sure I can find someone to help me." So he swam off into the ocean. Barry came across an octopus slithering around coral on the ocean floor. "You have 8 helpful tentacles, the most of any creature in the ocean. Do you know anything about toothaches, octopus?" "Sorry," said the octopus. "I don't have teeth, so I wouldn't be of much help. But if you ever grow a tentacle, you can come to me. I'm very handy." Without saying another word, the octopus slithered away, but not before shooting a cloud of black ink in Barry's direction. How rude, thought Barry. Barry swam for many miles when all of a sudden he heard a loud click. "I've never heard anything this loud in all my life. What is that?" He spun around and saw an enormous sperm whale. "Did you make that sound?" shouted Barry. "Yes, I'm the loudest creature on earth," said the sperm whale proudly. "Wow, that's impressive," said Barry. and you have conical teeth like me. Say, would you know how to get rid of a toothache?" "I don't get toothaches," said the sperm whale. "I eat soft, squishy, giant squid." Click, click. Poor Barry clenched his throbbing jaw in agony. "Is anyone going to help me?" cried out Barry, hoping for someone to hear him. Just then he heard a whoosh. "Somebody must have heard me," said Barry, looking to his left and his right. "A sailfish, the fastest fish in the ocean," yelled Barry. "I've always wanted to meet a sailfish." The strange-looking fish stopped abruptly. "I don't have time for a chat. I'm in a rush," said the sailfish. Then he sped off. Whoosh! "Maybe I need to find a creature that has lots of sharp teeth like me," thought Barry. "I got it. Perhaps I'll go see the great white shark. He's the fiercest creature in the ocean and has lots of sharp teeth. I'm sure he can help." When Barry swam up to the toothy great white shark, he shook with fear. Excuse me," whispered Barry to the dangerous shark. "Hello there," said the great white shark, grinning so wide Barry could see 2 rows of pointed teeth. "I'm in a terrible situation. I have an awful toothache." "What do you do when you have a toothache?" The shark laughed and said, "Aren't you a silly crocodile? Don't you know that sharks grow new teeth all the time?" "Wow, that's right," said Barry, and he swam away sadly. Overhearing their chat, a giant blue whale, the biggest creature on earth, swam up to Barry. "I'm sorry you have a sore tooth, Croc. Maybe you should ask an orca for help. They're some of the smartest creatures in the ocean. They'll tell you what to do." "That's a great idea," said Barry. "So far I've asked the loudest, the fastest, the fiercest, and the biggest animals in the ocean for help, but not the smartest." Barry swam for hours to visit a pod of orcas in the South Pole, who welcomed him warmly. "It's so nice to see a saltwater crocodile in our icy waters," said the biggest orca. "How can we help you?" Barry told him about his toothache and all the fantastic creatures he'd asked for help. But the orca chuckled and said, "My dear friend, you don't need the fastest, the biggest, the loudest, the fiercest, or even the smartest friend to help you. All you need is the kindest friend." With that, the pod of orcas swam off into the sunset, leaving Barry confused. By the next morning, a tired Barry reached the beach. He called home. Cleo was making tracks in the wet sand. "I've had no luck, Cleo. Even the greatest animals in the ocean couldn't help me with this toothache. What am I going to do?" said Barry sleepily. Barry yawned, a long, wide yawn, with his mouth gaping open. Just then Cleo had an idea. She flew into Barry's open mouth and saw a piece of rotten meat stuck in Barry's teeth. "Aha, this is what's causing the pain," said Cleo. She plucked it with her beak and flew back out. "There," said Cleo. "How do you feel now?" Barry opened and closed his jaw several times without feeling pain. "It's gone. The pain is gone. I don't believe it. How did you know what to do?" "Well," said Cleo, "I told you I could help," and she smiled warmly at her scaly friend. The end. This is a dedication in the back of the book. To my darling son Jake, for your love for sea creatures as vast as the ocean itself. This book was inspired by you. Your boundless imagination, insatiable curiosity, and unwavering wonder. It's a love letter to the countless bedtime stories we've shared and all the ideas you've given me. And to my precious daughter, during the extraordinary year when you graced our lives with your presence, this story came to life. Without you, it would have remained an untold tale. With every page I penned, I imagined your bright eyes lighting up with wonder. Thank you for the magic you brought into our world. May you both reach for this book often at bedtime, knowing it was written for you. You are my world. With all my love, Mummy. That must be. Mummy is Rebecca Kieran. That was a cute little story there. That might be the last. That might be the last of the Mommer books that we got for Christmas. I'll have to look and see. We're going to close real quick with our closing. Well, not closing, but our closing reading is from The Little House Book of Wisdom by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And it says, if you don't want trouble, don't go looking for it. On the bank of Plum Creek. That sounds familiar. I don't know if I read that in one of the stories or if I've read that before, but we'll turn the page and put that back in the queue. Let me see. Say hi to Daniel Tiger. He's been watching over us. He'll be one of the prizes in the drawing that we do on my birthday. We still got the Kindness Magic mug and with the stir spoon, the bluey hat thing from the fair. And we'll go ahead and turn the camera around and read the weekend song. I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll bring more ideas for you. You'll have things you'll want to do, and I will too. I'll think of you when I'm not here, 'cause thinking of people makes them seem near. The friends who know you love you cheerfully, and I do too. These are the stories for next week. I'm anxious and excited about. Oh, I forgot this. We have... Which 3 objects would you save first if your house caught fire? I think it's an unfair question. I didn't answer it right. I wrote, unfair question. Number 1, my Fred Rogers Little House and Storytime cabinet. If I could carry the whole cabinet, I'd probably grab it up fast because everything's close together right there in the cabinet. I have a whole, actually all of my superhero walls. And it's not just because it's superhero stuff. It's because 90% of it was gifts from grandkids, kids, family, friends. Then I'd probably save my work stuff. That probably a normal person would make that the number 1 priority. And then I'd probably go for my coin collection. And that's it. What 3 objects would you save first if your house caught on fire? We'll put this back in the card thing. I think that's going to be it. Remind everybody again, if you're watching this with the kids or if you're watching it with a grown-up, have somebody read the description to you if you didn't already read it. It's important. I'd like to pass that along. And next week's going to be, it's pretty important to me to give to you guys. And I think that's it, guys, right? Remember that our minds, just like our books, work better if they're open. And then I love you guys for being exactly who you're supposed to be, and you're the only one that gets to decide that. I'll see you guys here next week.